Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sunday Night AoK Championship Wrestling. We are kicking it off tonight with a 2 out of 3 Falls Tables match. And by golly, we got 9 more. We got 8 more matches after that, 9 in total. Let's jump into it. Big Dog, welcome in, my friend. You are going to help kick it off for us tonight. Torrance Benjamin in the house. Going to kick this off. Tables match. 2 out of 3 falls against Vulgar the Clown and Cameron Sawyer. That's right. Bringing it in, boy. We ain't waiting for it. We're getting to it. Yeah, motorcycle. Figure out, buy me a motorcycle. Stupid song. Let's get to it. Let's head to ringside. I missed that. I wish I'd have known that. I missed that. I have not caught Pootie's run recently. If I'd known that, that belt would be coming out here right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to make sure that I jot that down so that we can bring that back. Torrance, the new Rust Belt champion. Champ of the MWA. This man. Yeah, you hold on to it and I will make sure that your next entrance Wednesday night, that bitch is around the waist of that man. Right there. The almighty Torrance Benjamin. Representing the home of Misfits Entertainment. Do not miss out on them. Do I have that? Do I have a hootie clapper for your boys over at home? Did I do that yet? I did not. I will have to work on that. We will work on that as well. We're going to get this thing going here tonight, man. The Clown. Vulgar. We are down to the last 5 episodes of 2K24. We will be heading to 2K25 right after WrestleMania, and that is just a few short weeks away. What are we talking here? Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, 3 Sundays out. We are 3 Sundays away. Looking at right around June 1st to kick off 2K25. Oh, Torrance Benjamin is already, I believe, did I already build Torrance Benjamin for 20? No, I didn't. I held off on 20. That's right, I didn't. I wanted to see if anybody else, I didn't want to end up with the 17 Torrance Benjamins like we did last year. I held off on building Torrance. But we will hook that up. Welcome in, corner. I was wondering that, man. Let me check a couple things here. I feel like things are off on my end here, to be honest with you. But I don't know what that would be. Everything is cranked on my end. Let me see what might be causing that for us. That's that. Just all around quiet. Well, wonder what the hell that would be, because I haven't changed anything. Bring that up. But I did, when I first fired this thing up here tonight, I thought it was I felt like it was a little bit off. That's good there. Yeah, I'm not real sure what might be causing that for us here tonight. We'll just keep the mic a little closer. 2 out of 3 falls. And the Clown tripping over his own feet to start this match. I'm not sure what that was all about. And Torrance with Torrance Benjamin. Holy damn. He just chucked Cameron Sawyer out of the ring and through a table. The big dog with a very distinct advantage in the opening sequence of this match. And a big DDT by Vulgar the Clown. Big dog wasting no time here, making sure that he has got 2 out of 3 falls, put one more person through a table, and the Almighty is rolling out of here the winner. Misses with the boot. Kick to the midsection. Vulgar stepping in. Butterfly. Up and over with the suplex. Yeah, boy, 60 years old. Homicidal, suicidal, and now just plain gonicidal. Yes, sir. They said he just had his last match about two weeks ago. Yes, sir. Yeah, we lost a good one on this. And Vulgar unable to keep Torrance Benjamin with that body slam. Torrance. DDT. Torrance rolling out of the ring. DDT by Vulgar. Locks back up with Vulgar the Clown. And Benjamin. A couple of stiff knees right to the rib cage. Joey Janela. Alrighty. Y'all are way more up on that than I was. And I believe Torrance has just busted the Clown open. Torrance wisely moving out of the way of Cameron Sawyer. Big clothesline, slid that right under the back of Cameron Sawyer as he took that fall off that clothesline. And Benjamin sets a table up and allows Vulgar to tie this one up. We're now looking at Vulgar and Torrance Benjamin both with a win, or both with a broken table to their name. 2 out of 3 falls. We got 1 each. Vulgar sent over the top rope. Benjamin pops him up for a knee, enziguri to the back of the head. Big kick to the back of the skull of Cameron Sawyer. Going for the table, but Vulgar. Look at this double team action on the Almighty. Good thing that table fell to the floor. Those guys would have been tripping. Bridging suplex. Cameron Sawyer finds himself face to face with Torrance Benjamin. Benjamin tossed out of the ring. Cameron Sawyer looking to make a name for himself in this matchup. But the question becomes, is it going to be enough? Benjamin outside the ring. Vulgar sets it up. Reversed. Cameron Sawyer puts the brakes on. And Torrance needs to get in there and put a stop to this. Over the top rope. Drop kick by Vulgar the Clown. One of these two men in the ring could end up walking out of here the victor. These two both have 1 table break apiece. Vulgar. The diving shoulder tackle into the corner. Across the ring. Big boot to the face. Vulgar with a busted open square in the middle of the forehead. Red badge of courage. Cameron rolling out of the ring, trying to sucker Vulgar to follow him. He does. Sliding STO. You have to forgive us. We have our sidekick Maeve in the studio with us here tonight. You may hear her off and on here as the night progresses. Poor Maeve is. As we like to tell the grandkids, leave her alone. Her belly hurts. Her little belly hurts. Oh. You want to talk to the crowd? You want to tell everybody how you're feeling? Yeah, like that one more time. Let him know how it is, Kitty. You want to call the match with me? Benjamin, a second time from behind the table. Oh, we got a stacked table. Oh, we got a stacked table. Not quite, but we got a stacked table. And another boot to the face, Vulgar. Busting open Torrance here. A little tit for tat on that one. Benjamin needs to pull himself together here. Couple of back elbows. And he has been busted wide open here. Benjamin setting Vulgar up to the top rope. Cameron Sawyer completely dazed outside the ring. Benjamin, superplex from the top. And we got a winner. Torrance Benjamin.
Here is your winner, Torrance.
Making quick work of this 2 out of 3 falls matchup. OTM, welcome in if I haven't said it already. Boy, did you miss a hell of an opening setup there. Torrance Benjamin getting the first table break within the first 30 seconds of this match starting. The MWA Rust Belt champion picking up the victory in our opening match here tonight. We believe in the almighty 6-man tag match, Rail City Rumble, anything goes. The War Raiders versus the Shadow Syndicate. Big Bad Adam Boone. The Torpedo, Connor Riley. The unpredictable one, James Coleman, to take on Explosivo, Trick Shot, and the New End Nightmare. Yeah, I gotta get the Nightmare done. I gotta get Trick Shot done. We have Coyote Kid and we have Explosivo. I do gotta get those screenshots. I will get all that squared up for you on Tuesday, Corner. I got some time to myself on Tuesday. I will spend that time trying to gather those. I'm not gonna worry so much about the. I'm not gonna so much worry about the color codings. You guys can do what you want with those, of course, unless you need those color codings. And I'll be more than happy to send them with it. But for the most part, as long as his name is on the your national champion coming out first. Oh, I didn't know that. It's an elimination match. On top of that, Rail City Rumble. I didn't realize that's what we were getting into. Sorry, Boone. And James Coleman, by the way, said this right here, right now, is the last time you will see the national championship. He captured the title, solidifying his 2K24 Grand Slam championship. Every belt available to that man has been around his waist in AoK. He has carried the tag titles, the world title, the intercontinental title, and every smaller title in between, be it the hardcore, the national, and other championships that have gone to the wayside. And his tag team partners, stablemates. I'm not sure why the 3 of them didn't come out together, but that's what happened. The War Raiders. Coleman said that now that title has come home, it will permanently stay there. That title will no longer be defended in AoK. that title is not carrying over to 25. The national championship will not be going to 25. We have other things going on with that at the moment. But the national championship is being retired here in AoK. We brought it in for a short amount of time. It ran its course. And we will be going back to our regular AoK styled belts. Those not barred. And I hope these three coming out together. They sure are. But yeah, Corner, as long as the, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as long as the guy that created him, I didn't catch the name. I don't, we're not going to see it here either. I don't know if the creator's name is anywhere. But yeah, I'll make sure that if I recreate him or when I recreate him, that I make sure that that definitely gets, I'll have to start checking it on mine, to be honest with you, to see if he's only got, you know what I mean? Maybe he's not in, maybe he's not on New Gen. You know what I mean? I'll have to check into that for us. And I'm going to go radio silent for just a moment as, well, I just came back from my mother's house, stopping in to say Happy Mother's Day to my mom. I was running a little bit late, which leaves us, at the moment, on the hungry side. We're going to let all this battle go on. It's going to be a hard call early. Look at this, trick shot. Shoulders are down already. Connor trying to finish this up. I am now going radio silent. Let me go grab my dinner, and I will be right back. Woo! Awesome. All right, cool. And we are all right back here. No time wasted, as we had lots of help from the wait staff at Benny Bing Bong's Benny's Bites. Got ourselves a cheeseburger from the concessions. A little feta Greek salad on the side. We're gonna start with that. Best place to get a salad on top of your cheeseburger. True story. Coleman and Explosivo on the outside. Forgive me for calling this with a mouth full of food. Oh, shit. We're live, baby. We're as live as it gets. Hey. I'm going radio silent. Hang tight, guys. Sorry about that, I'm back. Connor frozen up. What happened? He took that boot to the face. Gonna be hard to get him to be eliminated. Damn, Boone. Face first, down he goes. Oh no. Referee all over the place, but nowhere near that count for Coleman. Boone back in the ring. Boone back out of the ring. Connor trying to find his way out of the War Raiders by the looks of it. I'm going to give it a minute and see what we can do here. I'm going to try to, right? Oh, all right. Well, he was targetable anyway, so maybe that was helpful. All right, so at least Explosivo could at least target him. That's a plus, but is he going to fight back? Connor, man, he may have snapped the fuck out of it. I don't know if Connor's fighting back yet or not. Explosivo hasn't let him get hasn't let him any kind of breathing room. Coleman and Boone seem to have things controlled outside the ring. Explosivo taking his time with Coleman, and Connor is back up. High angle face plant. Coleman firing it off in the corner. New End Nightmare. We got to cover only 2. Trash can to Connor. Cover on the Nightmare. Boone rolled up. Reverses it. Has Explosivo rolled up. Reversed again. Reversed again. And again. And they're still going. This referee doesn't have much left in him. And wow, the Nightmare. Taking Boone down with that big hit. OTM, you can't catch a break in chat tonight. The recoil and the cover. Only 2. Nightmare back up, lines up with Connor. And a recoil on the New End Nightmare. And we got an elimination. It is 3-on-2. Saved by Boone on each of his partners. And Boone with this modified bear hug. And the War Raiders just picking their spots here. Both of them lining it up. Big bad bomb on Explosivo. And this is the worst type of handicap match. Trick shot. In a real bad spot here tonight. And this has become a mugging, if not a murder scene. And the War Raiders with a second clean sweep.
Here are your winners.
Big Bad coming over to celebrate with his teammates. Ladies action coming up next as the Racina Del Lago takes on Alice Angel. Bessie, of course, one half of the mixed tag team champions. We will also see the other half, El Monster del Lago, later on this evening, as he goes one-on-one against the Hero. But right now, Bessie versus Alice Angel here on AoK.
The following is an Extreme Rules match. Making her way to the ring from parts unknown, the Women's Mixed Tag Team Champion, Jessie.
There's a quick and easy way to get rid of ads. Spend less time bitching about them. You won't hear me bitching back.
And residing in Hollywood, California, the doll, Alice Angel.
The doll Alice Angel also returning to 25 here in AoK. She was a pain in the ass to get going. Oh man. Pardon me, man. Benny's Bites on point tonight. That ain't no frozen patty. That wasn't no frozen patty that man handed me. Look at this. Right out the gate, we got to cover. Bessie looking to go home right now. One count only, keeping it going forward here. And Bessie taking Alice Angel out. Alice Angel, of course, former women's tag team champion, former world champion. Bessie wearing currently her first title here in AoK, and that mixed gender tag title, along with her partner El Monstro del Lago. And she is taking it to the doll. Catches it. Bessie trying to turn Alice trying to turn things around. and just finds herself in the wrong spot. Reversed into those steps. And we're going under the ring. Extreme Rules. Yeah, I gotta figure out a... I gotta figure out a way. I gotta figure out a way to get the Guardians back in here with us. Into the corner, and Alice follows it up with a European uppercut, a back elbow, sends her opponent face first, and a 619 all in the corner. Alice, so she's actually in the faction, the Fallen Angels. Alice Angel. You could use, I mean, you can break it down a couple different ways. There's Alice Angel and Amaya, the Fallen Angels. You could team her with Chris Chaos if you have him. And we're going to harken back a few years. Last season before, where she was also teamed with a fella named Gabriel Lovecraft, who will be returning here in AoK in 25. Matter of fact, you may even see him here in 24 in the near future before we get there. We can try to convince him to. To be honest with you, Corner, you need to get Empress involved in that. You want your women's division to fucking blow up? Talk to Empress. Let's see if we can get Empress to get you guys some female wrestlers. Like I said, a good portion of the AoK women's roster came from the Empress Sparrow. Old Lady D. She gave us, oh man, who all did she give us? Alexia, Casey, man, who else? Yeah, a ton of them. Gaming, you got an ad starting in about 1 minute. Yeah, I haven't gone in to change out any of the... Oh, no, yeah. They brought all kinds... You mean for this one? For 24. Yeah. No, they just... You just got to go in and pretty much make a match and put the new weapons in. Which reminds me, that's something I got to do for 25 and Bessie. Getting the victory.
Here is your winner, Jessie.
Ah, gotcha. Nuh-uh. He said, nuh-uh. I ain't got shit going on over here. Don't you worry about it then, my friend. Kick back and enjoy them there. IKB, welcome in, brah. We were just talking about you. Actually, we were talking about your old lady. Ha! So while we got you here, Mr. Bouchard, will you be uploading, will you be creating more superstars for 2K25? And the next DLC, man, I'm glad I grabbed it when I did then. So yeah, the Friday night. Was it Friday night? Yeah, just recently I actually purchased the Dead Man pack. Well, as it turns out, if you upload them, they will still be a part
The following contest is
of the MWA. Your wrestlers will be picked up
making his way to the
for CSW,
Columbia, South
and I'm sure WCW wouldn't mind picking one or two of them up as well. With that being said, is Empress Sparrow looking to boost anybody's ladies roster, perhaps, per se. There'll be the question. Oh, he might be in the middle of an ad. We might have to wait for him. Yeah, I got to get that. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, you're going to have to build them yourself. I mean, I'll get you the... I don't. What other specs do you need for real? Like, do you need like the body specs and all that? That's all right, bud. I just realized that too. I actually just apologized for you. And the other half of the mixed tag team champions, El Monstro del Lago.
Men's mixed tag team champion, Lane Healy.
That's, in all honesty, dude, that is literally all I did, man. Prestige is pretty much built off 2K20. Everybody I have on the 25 roster is carbon copies of 24. With some small tweaks here and there because of either gaming reasons or personal reasons, we swap some things out. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with you. I'm not upset that you would have to do it that way. Like, feel free to take and do that with Prestige. Feel the same way with Lilith. I'll get you some screenshots of her new gear, which isn't really that much of a change either. She's got a little bit of tweak to hers. But yeah, as far as it goes, those two are pretty much exactly the same. I updated his tattoos. I'm not happy with them, but I couldn't get the white back out of the one of the forearm tattoos, which makes it look a little wonky. Up and over him, El Monstro, taking flight. And look at the strength of El Monstro. So did anybody, did anybody watch Backlash last night without spoilers to start? We're going to start right there. Yeah, I think I'm up to, I'm not sure how many for customs. I think I'm only in the middle 30s. Alright. I would like to ask a question, and I would like to ask a question, but I don't want it to be a spoiler. So yes or no, I'm just going to ask it this way. Yes or no, corner OTM? Is Drew McIntyre okay? That's all I want to know. Like, that's no spoiler. No spoiler. There's no. That's just a yes or no question. But okay, good. I mean, we're gonna leave it at that. That's, again, I don't want to spoil anybody because I didn't see. I mean, I only watched maybe the first, maybe 3 matches. The Mysterio Penta match was the last match I watched. So yeah, I only watched like the first couple. So, again, I'm not worried about spoilers, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody else that didn't see it. So, Having issues over here, man. I need one of those people Snoop Dogg got. I need a professional. I need a professional blunt roller. But I'll take what I can get. I think I got something better. I'm not sure. Yeah. I did. You want me to play it live here? Real quick question for you, Ken. The name you used, is that a real, like, is that an 814, is that an 814 wrestler, or did you just throw a fucking name out? Okay. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. That was just, I know you just, I figured that you just kind of picked a name, but I wasn't sure, because I thought you were going to lean towards Manchild.
Here is your winner,
El Monstro. What happened? Oh. There we go. El Monstro del Lago. Well, I figured with it just being a practice promo or whatever you would like to call it. Extreme Rules. And we are definitely going to keep this this Extreme Rules this idea, the Extreme Rules title. Yeah, the Extreme Rules title. Jesus Christ. The Hardcore title with the random opponents at any given time. I think I'm going to keep that. And I've also recently just adapted that I am randomly picking the match type as well. Which has worked out in our favor because at Extreme Rules, I think our Hardcore title was in a normal match when everything else was an Extreme Rules match. Or worse. But yeah. Welcome to the Marvelous Wrestling Alliance. This man, the brainchild behind it all, Buddy Marvelous. We're going to let that finish up real quick.
weighing in at 253 pounds, A-list Marvelous Buddy Marvelous.
The A-lister, Buddy Marvelous, the namesake of the Marvelous Wrestling Alliance that consists of myself, Ace of Knaves Entertainment, Corner Studies, right there in the chat. Give him a follow if you're not already. And I am Pooty227. The three of us compromise together to bring you the Rust Belt territories. So I am live Sundays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. respectively. I am Pooty227. Going on live Monday night for WCW Monday Nitro. And Corner Studies hits Tuesday nights for CSW Hardcore TV. We are the Rust Belt territories. And we got your pixelated violence locked down for the week. I think the same thing. I don't believe that it's in there, but I could be wrong. I'll have to check and see what entrance I did give him. Oh, it's not in there, so I gave him Carlito's entrance. At least he comes out carrying an apple. I put it there as a placeholder and was like, I might leave that there. I was really disappointed he didn't take a fucking bite out of it and spit it at anybody. It was like, damn it. But yeah, at least he comes out of the, like, at least it looks like he just left the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an apple, it's a fucking passion fruit. Yeah, literally, I put it in as a placeholder until I could talk to you about it and see what what you were gonna do with him, or what you would like for me to do with it. And yeah,
Weighing in at 235 pounds.
because I still got to go through and double check everybody's entrances. Like, we're only about 2 weeks away from AoK swapping over. I saw that too. Like, yeah, I saw that this morning. So, maybe we'll get it. Maybe it really is just a placeholder and we'll have it by then. But I don't intend to get the DLC right away. But intend not to and not to is two different things. I don't intend to get it. That doesn't mean I won't. The great Ramadan Steve, the first MWA Rust Belt champion in this fatal four-way for the hardcore title here tonight on AoK.
And introducing the champion from Allentown.
And man, wait till you see, boy, we've had a belt commissioned. We've had a brand new hardcore title commissioned. That's right, we are finally changing the hardcore design, and folks, wait till you see this fucking belt. This is another one of those belts that are like, damn, I'm proud of this one. I'm proud of this one. As much as I love this hardcore title, I love the newest one even more. The hardcore champion Tank. And he don't look like a hardcore champion. But this is not his first run with that title. And his title runs previous were not short. He is, but his title runs weren't. All four men in the ring, one look at that hardcore title. Up for grabs. I am mad that I don't have that skull spade, the 2 skull spade anymore. That kind of bums me out. I don't have that image anymore and I don't know where to get it. This is making me mad. Bud Marvelous cleaning house here. Look at this, teaming up with Tank, the hardcore champion, holding the great Ramadan. Bud takes a cheap shot. Benny locking up with Tank, the great Ramadan. Putting some knuckles to the face of the Marvelous one. Turns his attention to Tank. Ramadan Steve. Gotta get us a Ramadan Steve. I don't believe Ramadan. Is that correct? There is no Ramadan this year. Hootie, what's up? The Rust Belt territories. Call them out, they'll show up. We're all in the chat if you're not already following us. Yeah, ditto. Ditto. No matter which one we do. No matter which version I do. Nah, you weren't called out. I mean, we were just talking Rust Belt, baby. We were just talking the territories. Throwing it out there that the MWA is here to stay. Nah, it's cool. It's cool, baby. Dim them lights. Light that candle. Dig, if you will, a picture of you and I in the kiss. Ah. Be careful with those girls that are curious, man. Tank. Jesus Christ. Tank with a pile driver on the bottom of that table. And Bud Marvelous looking a little dazed and confused. Ramadan swinging neck breaker on the hardcore champion. Fatal four-way for that hardcore title. Marvelous with a cover on Benny. And Ramadan winds it up. Look at this. Catching Marvelous. Buddy back to his feet. Benny Bing Bong looking for the cover. The chef. That might be it. But that wasn't the bitter bite, was it? That's not the bitter bite. Damn. Ramadan. Bitter bite's top rope move, right? I still ain't got these figured out yet. Drop kick through the trash can. Benny taking full advantage of everybody being down. Gets a 1 count. Looking for the hardcore title. One of these men will walk out the champion. And Tank looking to retain it. Recipe for ruin is the top. Gotcha. Still wasn't the bitter bite though, was it? Or was it that bitter bite? Was that the bitter bite? I did get it right, is what I'm saying. Yay! What I'm hoping for. Damn, Tank. Launching Chef Benny back to the damn kitchen. Marvelous into the corner, but Ramadan putting the brakes on before going full in. You're fine, brother. You're fine. We got a ladder. There ain't no reason for a ladder, but I don't know, maybe Tank needs it to punch somebody in the head. And I believe Ramadan has busted open the hardcore champion. Torture rack. Marvelous, better break this up. And we got a cover on the ladder. The referee way out of position, and we got no. So close, 2 and so close. Marvelous bouncing Benny off the bottom of that trash can. The great Ramadan moves in for the kill. Snake eyes on Marvelous. Tank sent to the corner. Alley-oop. And the great Ramadan in control of the matchup. And again, Tank going for the torture rack. And again, Marvelous there to break it up. Power bomb, shoulders first on the ladder. And Bud covers Ramadan for the win. Bud Marvelous, your new hardcore champion.
Here is your winner, and new
That's what I just said.
hardcore champion, A-List, Marvelous Buddy Marvelous.
The Marvelous one walking out, the champion. We are heading into it. El Demonio to take on Malibu Sunrise with J. Anthony West as a special guest referee. This ought to be interesting. Dago Zoo with an opportunity here. Not very often opened up. Let's jump over here. Pooty got questions in the chat. What's it gonna be for kicking kayfabe? Y'all want to talk about Sabu? Homicidal. Suicide. Genocidal.
The following contest is a special
R.I.P. indeed.
Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, Jay Anthony West.
The jaw dropper. Going to be the referee for this matchup. He's gonna wing it. I say, bring it and wing it, bro. Bring it and wing it. That used to be that was my guild's motto when we played Warcraft. We refused to learn any of the fights for any of the dungeons, for any of the bosses. We would just run in, do our shit, fucking leave. No healers most of the time. We just go in and fucking bandages. We gonna look for a healer? Nah, bring it and wing it, man. Let's see what happens.
From San Diego, weighing in at 155 pounds,
El Demonio. A variant. Over in 25. Now, to be honest with you, dude, when I'm done with mine, 9 out of 10 times, dude, when I say I'm ending stream, I'm going to bed. When I hit end stream, I jump on long enough to make sure that it's published on Twitch. I make sure that it's set over to, that it's exported to YouTube, and then my ass goes directly to bed. Alright. Even on, sometimes Wednesday nights I might stay up and do some other shit, but for the most part, nope. No, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna have to put a exclamation point Maeve. The way Pootie's got everybody say hello to Maeve. Maeve, say hello to everybody, honey. Good girl. Say hello. How about we get your claws out of my fucking back? Huh? That a girl. Yeah, get your claws out of my fucking back. Zeus, say hello. Zeus, where you at? Come on, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to your neighbors. Zeus, Bobby, what's up, big boy? That's a big boy, huh? Yeah. Roar. Grab his little jowls right now over the internet and just put my forehead to his. Just, such a good dog. Huh? These are good puppers. Couple big pats to his back, big hefty ones. Thump, thump, thump. Yeah, can't do that to the cat. She likes it. Alright, get out of here, you weirdo. Cat's in heat. She's not usually too vocal, but she is a pain in the ass, so. She climbs up here for cuddles until she digs her claws into my shoulders, and then she's got to go. I did not. I was not a cat person. This cat's more... She's almost more dog-like, so it's kind of cool. She's not a very good canine, and I'm a dog person to begin with. But look at the size difference in this. No wonder this might as well be a 2-on-1 match to begin with. El Demonio taking on the giant-sized Malibu Sunrise. And Anthony, with a slow count here, gets a 2 count on El Demonio. And the 2 count a second time. Malibu. Going in quick here. Going for lots of covers. And El Demonio rolling out of the ring. Jay Anthony so far calling it pretty much down the middle. And the first count was a little slow. And El Demonio not putting up much resistance here. But, I mean, seriously, how can you? I mean, look at the size of Malibu. My problem is, man, once I lost my bulldog, I won't get another dog. So... But my wife is a cat person, so I already had the cat. So, cat was here while I still had the bulldog. The bulldog passed, and the cat kind of like moved into that empty spot that I needed. And, well, she kind of adapted to be more dog-like for me. So it's kind of cool. Like I said, I almost feel like I could put her on a leash and take her outside, but I just won't do that. Like, I did buy her a harness and a leash, and she's all set to go if I ever get the urge. But she's not a pain in the ass to put in the car or I put her leash on her when we take her to the vet, shit like that. She's pretty cool about it. So I feel like I could probably take her outside. I'm just not brave enough to do it. And she's just weird enough to be like that. I mean, she gives me, literally, dude, when you come into my house, I live on a second floor apartment, so you come up the steps right to the door. And when you open the door, you have to fist bump my cat through the crack to be let in. Like, she reaches through the crack of the door, and the first couple of times I thought she was just being a cat thing and trying to, like, fuck me up. You know what I mean? Thought she was trying to claw at me. But I had been working with her to try to get her to fist bump me when I walked down the hallway with her. And sure enough, it just became a greeting that, yeah, you have to fist bump my cat to get in my house sometimes. Because she won't move from behind the door, and I appreciate it if you wouldn't close it on her paw. You know? So, yeah. That's not a bad plan, though, with Zeus, or after Zeus. That's a big thing to do. Trash can to the face of El Demonio. And Demonio kicking out. Not much help here from the jaw dropper, Jay Anthony. El Demonio, nicely done. Inverted Hurricane Rana DDT. And we got a smooth 3 count. That was all. It's 2 out of 3. We got a smooth 3 count, and that was all El Demonio on that. 2 out of 3 falls, and El Demonio with the advantage. And another kick out. I don't know how he's doing it, man. El Demonio is nothing but heart in this matchup. And grabbing the advantage with a pinfall over Malibu. Massive hip toss. And Demonio again kicking out at 2. Where is it coming from? Again, the trash can, another cover. The referee getting a little tongue lashing there from Big Malibu. Warning Jay Anthony about that count. The whip in over the top rope. No count out in this one. Falls, count them down anywhere. Oh, I don't have... This won't give me control of the camera. That's interesting. You can't take control of the camera in a triple threat or a referee looking for the count. Well, we are evened up. 1-1. The next pinfall or submission be considered the winner. J. Anthony West, your special guest referee. And El Demonio, with a submission, has the wrist locked in. Malibu able to find a way out, but not much afterwards. Demonio looking for the cover again, hooks the giant leg. And Demonio picks up the victory.
Here is your winner,
El Demonio with the victory, coming up over Malibu Sunrise. J. Anthony West not being too much of a menace in that matchup. Was a little disappointed in that. Tag team match is coming up next as Rocket Fuel takes on Alfie's Boys. Tornado tag. Jack Reason and Kenny Dale teaming up to taking on Grizz Kuklinski and Johnny Cruz. Da Cruz missile. We gonna get the red button? Who's got the red button? Red button. There we go. Sometimes you gotta get. Maybe shut the fuck up. The tag team of Alfie's Boys, Jack Reason, former world heavyweight champion.
on the way to the ring at a combined weight of 400.
Manchester Madman and his tag team partner, Kenny Dale. Jack Reason signed on for 25. He is ready to go. That was a rebuild with permission from Alfie. We got him as close as we possibly could. Different artwork on his chest area, but they're none the same. Again, we just haven't reached that far into the alphabet to finish up with Kenny Dale.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 450 pounds.
Johnny Cruz, the Cruz Missile, and Grizz Kuklinski. Tag team action coming up here tonight. We close in on the final 3 matches of this evening. Also, Ken, not a bad idea on the after show, but just not for AoK. You know, just not for AoK. We may see a little change of format going through with 25. I was looking at maybe doing a Legends show, maybe on Sundays or Wednesday nights instead of the double AoKs. It's hard to tell. I don't know what I'm going to get into yet. I may run a completely separate universe for like my odd one-offs. But sometimes those are few and far between. And I may, this is the sad part, man. Let me take a look at this calendar right quick. Yeah, about mid-June, we're gonna miss. There'll be a week of no AoK. I won't be in town for the majority of that week. That'll be the week of OTM won't be around either. For the most part, he'll be in streams. For the most part, I'm sure, in chat. But for the most part, OTM will also be gone around that same time. Just to kind of toss that out to everybody. Mid-June is going to look weird for the AoK schedule. But just a heads up there, I will post that on my Twitch schedule as well. He's going to the beach. I'm not. Yeah, we're not going together or nothing. Let's go to Rehoboth. Not that there's anything wrong with Rehoboth, I'm just saying. But yeah, OTM taking a vacation. Myself and the missus is going to take a day trip somewhere on that Sunday, and then I have a work meeting later in that week out of town that I'm not looking. It's not that I'm looking for, not that I'm not looking forward to it, but like, yeah, it's a work meeting. It's an overnight work meeting, and I don't want to do all that. All right, I don't know what just happened there. Some crazy double team action by Alfie's boys, where they literally bent the universe around them. This is getting nuts. We got to cover. Jack Reason with a boot to the bare ankle of Grizz Kuklinski. Alfie's boys doing their best here. Kenny Dale. Falcon Arrow suplex. Grizz Kuklinski with Jack Reason in the corner. And a big single leg drop kick by Jack Reason. Scurries over, hooks the leg, looking for the cover, gets a 1 count. Yeah, I don't know how many days my my meeting is. Usually in the past it's been 3 days. It's also been 2 days. You know, like down, overnight, 2 days of meetings. I mean, it's cool. It's almost like a convention for the entirety of the company. But also, like, I get it. It's helpful. It's informational. It's educational. It's hydromatic. It's grease lightning. Anyway. Up your nose with a rubber hose. Jack Reason putting the boots to Grizz Kuklinski. Kenny Dale measures Johnny Cruz with that right hand. Right into a cover. And Cruz with the kick out at 2. And right now, man, the Rocket Fuel in a bit of trouble. Johnny Cruz trying to get something back here. We got a double cover. Kenny Dale kicking out at 2. Or 1, I'm sorry. Kenny Dale kicking out at 1. Grizz getting saved at 2. Having a hard time with this. Drapes the arm, snap suplex. Johnny Cruz. Cleaning house here. Clothesline on Jack Reason. Big vertical suplex, and Grizz taking as old school as it gets with a pile driver. And Rocket Fuel back in the driver's seat. Johnny Cruz running powerbomb. Has Kenny Dale. Shoulders are down, but he's not going to go for the cover here. Inverted sit-out power driver by Jack Reason. Nicely done. That was a interesting effect. Falling forearm on Grizz. And Reason opens fire on Johnny Cruz. I believe Cruz has been busted open. I'm not sure. See that Grizz is definitely busted open just above the right eye. Unprettier. Missing with the drop kick. Cruz busted open just inside the left eye. And Grizz with a disrespectful slap to the face of Jack Reason. Dale and Grizz. Modified stunner by Kenny Dale. Cover by Reason. And that is all she wrote. Jack Reason getting the pinfall over Grizz Kuklinski. Keep that in mind. Alfie's boys picking up a victory here tonight. Zoe Uri to take on Wildcat. A non-title matchup here. Try to hurry through that information. Woo! You know what this party needs? Bitches. Parties love bitches. What do you got? Who's got what? On deck. Women's World Champion Zoe Uri, the Crimson Ninja.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan, the Women's Champion, the Ninja Yuri.
I have not been to Discord yet today. Yeah, I worked the, I worked this morning, well, I worked today, throughout the day till about 6. Mother's Day and all. I tried to give my regular Sunday person the day off, being as it's Mother's Day, and she basically told me to fuck myself. You're not taking my fucking Sunday. I'm like, alright, it's fucking Mother's Day, you bitch. I don't mean that. She knows I don't mean it like that. Yeah, I have not been up on that. Matter of fact, I was going to jump in. I was going to open Discord to let you guys know that I was going to be running late. Then I decided, well, fuck, by the time I did all that, I could just be right on time. I could just be live on time. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah. Well, yeah, I'll check those out here. I said, I got to get some time to sit down, get you some screenshots. What do we need? Coyote Kid, Lilith. And was that enough screenshots as far as like what you were looking at there? Do you need something more in-depth or no? Like, do you want body specs or do you... Because again, everybody's body is pretty much just a copy from 24. There's very little difference in... Matter of fact, I haven't changed anybody's movesets or anything like that. As far as I'm concerned, if you build the body, throw some new fucking clothes on them and call them what the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean, you do Coyote Kid up in his CSW gear, or you know what I mean? There's a handful of AoK wrestlers that are legitimately AoK wrestlers, and if you want to go through and rebuild them off of that and tweak whatever clothing, because a lot of those guys were literally built for AoK. Like a lot of my wrestlers, like the Hinkeldamers, the Luchadors, they were never meant to stick around. Like they were supposed to be replaced with more people from chat. I just never got, well, I didn't have they were to fill in my tag team division is really what it was. You know, let me build a couple of tag teams that can be tossed away when I get better tag teams. And they ended up sticking around and being fairly good wrestling creations. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, as far as they go, consider them the AoK first class dojo graduates. And if anybody wants to recreate them using their specs on 24 to put new gear to them, I'm okay with that. That doesn't hurt my feelings. I know IKB, he looks a little funny on 25 only because I haven't put the images on his shirt. I haven't done any graphics to him yet. It's just IKB in a big red t-shirt. He looked like the bull and the matador. Love you, Kenny. Zoe Yuri drives her knees into the chest of Wildcat. Non-title matchup here with the Women's Championship. Yeah, I just haven't gotten in to find any of the graphics. And one of them one of them I know I have. It's fucking AoK logo. That might be on his shirt, but I don't think so. I don't think I put that same design on it. So OTM, that goes for you. If you want to, when the time comes, If you want to recreate your Prestige that was uploaded back, oh man, what was that, 2022? Damn Wildcat. Catching Zoe Yuri, she was going for that giant curb stomp. And Wildcat leveled her with that RKO. Spinning gutbuster. Man ducked that right hand, but ate that clothesline. And a 2 count. Yeah, that's, I mean, for the most part, man, the 25 roster really is the 24 roster. You know what I mean? With some add-ins. Courtesy of 2K25 and the WWE. Nah. We seldom call it an RKO in these parts. That's a Coleman cutter through and through. Really, I only call it the Coleman cutter when it's Coleman hitting it. Everybody else, it's an RKO or a diamond cutter. Yuri setting it up one more time, and she connected with that one. We got to cover center of the ring, and Wildcat knows that she's got, oh, over the top rope. Wildcat knows this opportunity's in front of her. Are we changing him out? Are we going back? Are we going to go back to it? Maximum or Maximus? Oh, I see what you're talking about. Never mind, I got way off track on that IKB. I see, never mind. I was trying to read my chat, and then I got high. I forgot just where I was at, because I got high. Now I apologize, and I know why. It's because I got high. It's because I got high. It's because I got high. And Yuri kicking out at 2. No, I got confused. I thought your IKB reference was to something else. I didn't realize that it took me a second to realize that you were answering the game. That you were talking to the duelist. I thought for a moment you were saying that you were suggesting that IKB would go to, you know what I mean? Yeah, I thought you were talking. You know, this is the power of friendship right there. Listen, Ken and I have been working together for. Ken and I are like that married couple that can just talk to each other through our eyes, but since I can't see them, we've worked together podcast-wise and 1,000 other projects. But he knows exactly what I just said to him. He knows exactly what the fuck I just said to him, and that's, to me, is even amazing that he understood that. So, cheers to one of my best friends, man. Ken Bouchard. That's and Zoe Yuri celebrates her victory here. The #1 contender Piper Ramirez coming out. And Yuri says, come on now. She laid the title out, said, come get it. Shut up, Maeve. All right, so Maeve's going to get involved in this here for us for a little bit. Main event, no holds barred, Intercontinental title on the line. High Justice Logan Hawk to take on the Good Reverend Zach Ripper. Got some other ideas I'd like to get done on Tuesday as well, but it's my first day off, and I'm not gonna know how to act on a day off. But
The following contest is a no-holds-barred match and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
you heard the man, Intercontinental title on the line. And Big Logan Hawk getting the opportunity here to walk out a champion. And there is a good likelihood of that. Logan Hawk also signed on for 25. He's got a little modified update as well. Not much. I think I redid his gear a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know. I think he still has the biker-ish gimmick, I believe. I don't think I changed any of that. Probably something stupid, like couldn't use the bandana with the hair or some dumb shit. The High Justice Logan Hawk. No stranger to the titles. IKB, you got about 30 seconds before an ad break. The Intercontinental Champion, the Good Reverend Ripper. His first title defense with this one. You know what? Let me see if I can. Boom. Let me see if I can snooze it for 5 minutes. Should have let it play. To be honest with you, you'd have been back by the time Zach got to the ring. I snoozed it for 5, man. And I'll try to do it again. I believe I get 3 chances, and it's the end of the show, so I'll toss those in then. I'll try to keep an eye out for it. Let's get these introductions out of the way. AoK Intercontinental Championship up for grabs.
Introducing the challenger from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 355 pounds, Justice Logan Hawk. And his
High
opponent
Justice.
from the Wasteland, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, the King.
Yeah, Maeve's going to be right here behind us for the rest of this episode by the sounds of it. So there's something there. Joe Brony holding up the title. We're getting ready to get that bell in and get this underway. Center of the ring, collar and elbow, and Logan Hawk manhandling Zack the Ripper. And a huge headbutt ends that series. I gotta spend more time getting the matches understood. Yeah, boy. Yeah, like I said, I mean, for me personally, I felt the best route was to just rebuild what's already here, and once everybody starts seeing what their characters look like in the new gen or the new game, you know, suggestions live on, you know, updates. Hey, can we change this or that? You know, once they see them in the new version, see what works for them, see what doesn't. I got no problem changing some things here and there, to the best of anybody's abilities. So I'm really glad that, I'm glad. It was nice to see that KX had put up for the, blah, 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 the community creations, and of course, and I'm not sure what, if Pootie's still around here, I'm not sure what hashtag he is using this year. And this matchup so far has pretty much been all Logan Hawk. Huge shoulder tackle, and we're going outside the ring. I'm going to snooze you for another 5. We're going to save you another 5 more minutes here, Ken. I'm also going to nauseate the shit out of you before that. But yeah, speaking of which, back on the original topic, we were with IKB earlier. Is Empress Sparrow looking to expand the women's roster across the MWA? And Zack the Ripper launching a shovel at Logan Hawk. Yeah, I'll be checking all that on Tuesday one more time. I'll be jumping in on that Tuesday morning or possibly even Monday night. We'll see. I got a long day again tomorrow too, man. We got Monday Nitro tomorrow. But I will be on the lookout for any uploads under AoK, Corner Studies. I do check MWA, and I also check RWP. But I don't know if he is running anything different than either of those. And Zack looking to crucify the High Justice. We got to cover. And Logan Hawk kicking out at 2. I didn't think Logan had taken that much damage. Ripper changing his mind about the baseball bat. And Logan Hawk fighting up from the ground. Up to the shoulder. Standing power slam, and Logan Hawk still in control of this matchup. And like I said, man, I'm still holding out hope that they break this generational split. At least for the PCs. You know what I mean? Like, I get that the PS4 and whatnot. You know what I mean? I get that. That's fair enough. But, like, lift the ban on PC for fuck's sake. You'll change fucking Sonic for a goddamn movie, but you won't lift the fucking ban for PCs? I call shenanigans. And the Ripper going for another one here. And Logan Hawk, shoulders are down. And that is 3. The Ripper holding on to his title, the Good Reverend
Intercontinental Champion AoK.
walking away victorious. And retaining the Intercontinental Championship. The Intercontinental. Let's take a look at these numbers. Let's see where we're at. Bam. Episode 115 over the last 2 seasons. Let's run through it. Torrance Benjamin picking up the victory in that triple threat tables match. What a hell of a match that was. Benjamin starting that off super strong. Coleman and the War Raiders picking up the victory over the Shadow Syndicate in a clean sweep. Bessie getting a victory over Alice Angel. That is her second victory in a row here in AoK. The hero falling victim to El Monstro del Lago. Bud Marvelous, your new hardcore champion, defeating both Benny Bing Bong, Ramadan Steve, and the former champion Tank. El Demonio picking up the victory over Malibu. We say maybe with some help from J. Anthony West, but we're not sure about that. Kenny Dale going up with Jack Reason against Grizz Kuklinski and Johnny Cruz, coming out with a victory there. Zoe Yuri in her non-title matchup coming up victorious over the Wildcat, and as we just witnessed, Zach the Ripper live. I'm reading one thing and trying to do another. Zach the Ripper won over Logan Hawk, retaining that world title. Let's move on to the next show. We're that much closer. I am Pooty going live. We will do a raid system here. Check the news. Everybody cool? Bud Marvelous, new champ, Piper Ramirez coming out, making a statement to Zoe Yuri that she wants that title. Power rankings. Coleman ranking the top spot. El Monstro del Lago at number 2. El Demonio at number 3. Zoe Yuri moving to number 4 with the Good Reverend at number 5. Vulgar the Clown still sitting around number 6. Torrance Benjamin at 7. The Almighty moving up the ranks. KX, your World Heavyweight Champion, at number 8. Buddy Marvelous, the Hardcore Champion, at number 9. Kenny Dale moving into the top 10. Let's check out the other half. Bessie moving to 11, looking good here. Piper Ramirez, the number 1 contender for the Women's Championship, at number 12. Chris Chaos at number 13, lucky number. Grizz Kuklinski moving into 14, with Morgan Quinn riding the 3/4 spot. Thomas Page at 16. Maston Harmon, one half of your world champions, at number 17. Josh Blackwell at 18. Larry the Hippie still rocking the top 20 at number 19. Alexia filling out the top 20 with Adam Boone, your honorable mention. Vulgar the Clown and Explosivo. I'm not against that match. I'm actually going to jot that down. I'm gonna write that down. We're gonna do that. We're gonna write that down right now. I'm not against that match at all. Vulgar and Explosivo. Vulgar and Explosivo. We're gonna look into that. I'm okay with that. We gotta take that off of there. That's supposed to be now Bud. Moving right along, who else we got? Malibu, Benny Bing Bong, and Amadeus. This man keeps teasing his return with his, but we haven't seen him return. We don't know if that's gonna, know if that match is gonna happen or not. A triple threat, maybe not with those characters. We'll see. Coyote Kid, the Shadow Syndicate looking to challenge. All right, I mean, I'm not opposed to that matchup. Shadow Syndicate and the Cursed. We'll give that a round. Zoe, Yuri, and Wildcat. For a second time. It was a good match, though. She did catch her wild with that. That's an interesting combination of characters. We might look into that. I'm not going to write it down. We might just look into it. Paige Ramirez, Megalodon, Mama Logan, and Amaya. False count anywhere. Maybe possibility of a matchup. James Coleman versus Adam Boone. OTM. Are you still in the chat? Because I'm going to let you call this one. OTM? Jimmy! Jimmy! I'm going to do a Jimmy call. Jimmy! 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 OT, I'm not in the chat, you dirty bastard. Probably went out for a cigarette. James Coleman and Adam Boone. We'll talk about that later on. KX and the Reverend Ripper. I am not putting my world champion against the Intercontinental Champion. I don't give a damn shit. What? You just trying to see how long I would do the OTM call? Is that what you... Boone and Coleman. Why not? Tank and Bud Marvelous. Tank, you did not have that title long enough for your rematch. And I can no longer put off the incoming ad break. So yeah, with that being said, we got a good portion of the matches picked out for next week, for Wednesday night. 3 of them right here tonight. James Coleman versus Adam Boone. The Shadow Syndicate to take on the Cursed. And Vulgar the Clown to take on Explosivo. We'll also see the Great Ramadan in action. As well as Bud Marvelous, your new hardcore champion. Plus more. So with that being said, folks, that is all the time we got tonight. And we will see you Wednesday night here on AoK. Tomorrow night, WCW Nitro. And Tuesday afternoon with Corner Studies Wrestling. Until then, man, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And do that thing. But don't do that other thing. But make sure you do that one thing. Peace.